Quarter number 3 is just getting started. Callum Robson takes on Miguel Pupo here at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. 35 minutes, fresh clock, scored on their top 2. Finally, we'll get things started. Miguel Pupo setting up his bottom turn. Perfect hack there. Swinging hard off the top, but he'll get hung up. That'll open things up for Callum Robson. Callum, the rookie, that's still standing in the quarterfinals. First turn complete. Kind of has to trim around Pupo. Kind of almost got caught as well on the whitewater. Now into a roundhouse on the open face. Fades it again and looking for a solid inside track. Callum redirects real quick. This thing goes off the bottom, off the top. Callum Robson looking for another open face hook. Jams it off the lip line. Flows over the top of the end section and falls. Not as tidy as his performance against Fanning the other day.
Especially with someone against John, you know, when you're surfing against him, it's always tricky. You never know what's coming on his next wave. So I was just trying to make sure I had a pretty solid backup score, and that's what happened. I knew a 7.9 was nothing for him, watching his last few heats, but today is kind of tricky, super tricky to ride the wave. There's a lot of bumps, so I knew it was going to be a little bit harder, but still.
Judges keeping him honest. And then this was the fall from Pupo. Instead, this is his second scoring ride.
Yeah, second scoring ride. Hadn't come in yet, but he needed to get something going here. His first wave was a pretty bad fall on a set wave. And this one he brought it through. This wave just kept a little bit of body, and he finished it up pretty neat. So
Rip curl jackets, but that warm weather is creating this light and variable wind and creating some very rippable sections to definitely feature the power surfing here on the bowl. 4.83 for last to Pupo.
And for a young kid from Evans Head, he handled that pressure so well.
And looks like he wants to take a part of this wall. Callum Robson, second scoring ride. Chasing down his first maneuver. Healthy looking frontside wrap, hard off the bottom. Nails the lip. Sets up a nice, beautiful wrapping cutback. 3 solid turns, a lot smoother than his opener. And now into the end section. Jams the finish.
He might be a kid from Evans Head, but I tell you what, he's got some serious mean turns.
He really does, especially that opener was solid, and how connected he was in between turns was so refreshing after his start.
And you can see there's no slack in between. It's just power turns, and he sets up for the next one. Clean transitions. Yeah, man.
Solid performance for the rookie to get a 7.67. This powerful rail hook took out McFanning in the round of 16. And he's got a great shot to move closer into that top 10 picture. Carved a snap combo. That's going to be fun all day long here at Bells.
Wow, such a deep bottom turn. And it's really setting you up nicely. And there's a variety in his repertoire. Everything's powerful. Everything's in sync. You would think that he's been surfing this wave for years. We saw him when he arrived, and there hadn't been much surf. And
Cale Bell Warren happy with that one. Miguel Pupo keeps the exchange alive. Blowtail falls again off the top. His second fall here in the quarterfinals.
His brother's sort of letting him down, it looks like. He's going, come on, man.
Looking at those falls, he's hoping Miguel Pupo works it out this time. Beautiful backhand flow. Upside down on that first section. Into his third maneuver already. Nice clean top turn. Setup work to get down the line, and he'll just throw that last vert into the end section and stays on his feet. David Silva likes it.
Not even sure if he had a junior career.
And then the response from Pupo.
Yeah, well, he got going on this one. It seemed like a better ride. He only got a 4.7, so probably not enough work on the bowl, Joe.
And then laying down the final turn, 4.7 for last Miguel Pupo. So still not getting out of that low range score, but I loved how cool that first float looked.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that he didn't break at least into the 5-point range.
Or working out a spot in the Rip Curl WSL Finals this September. Miguel Pupo snap to start. Beautiful tail blow. Half the board was out the back. Nice tight little stab in the pocket, now fading. 4.83, 4.7. He's over the fours. He needs a 7.12. He'll just start S-ing in the flats. And he'll have to step off as he didn't have an end section to work with.
Looks multiple maneuvers. Another medium-sized wave. Surfed well. Gets a bit the board above the lip line there, Joe. And then he just sort of runs out of bowl. But, you know, he got a couple of slick moves in. Let's see if he can get over the 5 mark. He's going to need to with that 7.67 by his opponent.
So let's see. He was definitely working hard to stay on his feet. A finishing section would have been really helpful.
Here we go. Miguel Pupo taking off.
The bottom and up and out. So Kaipo breaking down the challenge as well with this overlapping swell. Was that always common, Bugs, through the 70s, 80s? Well, we'll get back to that. We've got Pupo up and out. But when did it really seem like it became an official crew?
I think with the Australians who had, you'd have to say they'd probably dominated before that. Very individual.
13 on the clock. Callum Robson looking for a semifinal against Pupo. He had to redirect, so still hasn't thrown down his first turn. Healthy looking carve. Seamless off the bottom, drawing that rail back down to the bottom. Flowing through the whitewater well. So he almost anticipated a turn early, had to change his mind, but definitely recovered well from that.
That 6.5 sort of backup. He was looking to get around this section, so it just didn't like the look of the lip. It had collapsed on him a bit, but kind of a little surprised he didn't hit it. I think he thought the section after that was going to be a really clean bowl, and still looks pretty good.
Definitely used a lot of the open face once he got there. I certainly think he made up for that. Felipe Toledo cheering on Miguel Pupo. Hits the float section. Almost thought he was going down. Big top turn, regains control. You can see all the bumps he's fighting through. Tags it well with some power. Jams it off the lip with a controlled slide on a big section. Miguel Pupo rides away from his best score of the quarterfinal. That's probably why he's been going down on a lot of those opening sections. What happened this time?
Well, he actually liked the shape of the wave. He knew there was a lot of whitewater from the previous wave, but look at this. He gets his series of backhand snaps and a fourth one here in the bowl, and he had to really handle that wave. This was classic Pupo. And Joe, when you slow it down, he's got such a great backhand attack.
You really get to enjoy how smooth he is and how radical he can be once he hits the lip. Another lip line that kind of moved a bit on him.
Yeah, did it?
He was able to hang on to the rail. That was very difficult.
Full stretch.
It felt like every section was trying to take him down, but he manhandled this finish.
Yeah, and that was really clean. Got a nice little tail slide there and a big rooster tail over the back. He's going to go for this one. What's Callum going to do?
90 seconds on the clock. Pupo under priority. Paddles into this one. No signs of Callum. Needs a 5.95. Nothing on offer there, so Pupo was hoping that the inside of that wave would surprise him with a better wall.
No, he's going to let him go. He reckons it won't be enough, but I'll tell you what, Pupo will go this.
40 seconds, needs a 5.95. Big snap to start for Pupo. Big vert again. Great start. There's the carve and the Brazilian Storm screaming.
Oh, he's claimed it. He's told the judges, I think I'm on the road to Mecca.
As he's looking to stay on his feet, he belted those first sections. It can be tough to get a huge score when it's not a set wave, but he doesn't need an excellent number. Big belt there. Pupo celebrates.
Oh, wow. Let's break this one down, Joe. This turn here, here's the money turn. Bang. So two scintillating turns on the outside. He claims it. It's more an appeal.
It certainly is, and you're going, is this wave big enough? Are those sections big enough for the judges to turn the heat? They have easy comparisons to make because Callum's low is a 5.87. Miguel needs a 5.95, so it would have to be better than Callum's low score. And he jams it. I felt like his flow was solid. First 2 points, he was very aggressive in the bowl. And certainly he worked hard in that heat. 12 waves ridden for Pupo compared to 3 for Callum. And we'll close this one out. Callum Robson with priority. Had the ability to shut it down with some defense, and Pupo got a wave underneath priority to try to turn it at the buzzer.
What's happening here?